What's up guys? Welcome back. In our previous lesson we learned about performance directions in general, so which are common for all instruments or at least most instruments. And in today's video we'll learn about performance directions that are instrument specific. I am a pianist, so I know the performance directions for the piano a lot more in detail than I would know for any other instrument. But I will try my best to share with you whatever knowledge and whatever information I have. If I do miss out on something, then do let me know because I'm always open to learning. And yeah, let's get started. Let's begin with performance directions for the piano. So beginning with una corda, which means one string, I'll show you how it works. We have 3 pedals for the piano, as you can see, and they're here at the bottom. And una corda is attained by pressing the leftmost pedal. So what happens with the pedal is that the action or the hammers shift to the right like this. I'm sure you saw that. I'll do it again. So the hammers now strike only one string instead of all 3. And you can hear the difference in sound as well. This is without and this is with the same amount of pressure on the key. So you get a very muted sound with the una corda pedal pressed. So it's also called the soft pedal. The next one we have is tre chord, which is 3 strings. So all you have to do is just release the leftmost pedal. So logically thinking, tre chord will follow una corda. So if you have this performance direction somewhere in the piece, then you have to release the left pedal when you find this, so that the hammer can strike 3 strings again. Next we have the pedal marking as in this one. That is also for the pedal, but that's for the leftmost pedal. And this is for the rightmost pedal, which is also called the damper pedal. So you have a ped, the word ped, followed by an asterisk, or you have a P with this sign, or you could just have this sign or this sign. All these are pedal markings. So all you have to do is press the pedal when you find ped or P or this, and hold it till you find the release sign. The asterisk and all these signs are the release sign. But in this case, it just means that you have to release it halfway and press it back, hold it. Again, release halfway, press it and hold. Finally, release it completely. So this is for the damper pedal. The next instruction or performance direction is mano, which means hand. And we have mano sinistra or MS for the left hand. And we have mano destra or MD, which is for the right hand. So usually if I'm in my treble clef and I have a note that should be played with the left hand, only one note, then they would either put the MS sign on it or they would put the LH sign. Usually these days they just use LH and RH, but they would put this sign, which means that you need to play that particular note with your left hand. And sometimes they also give signs like these or these. So if my note is here, for example, then I would play this with my right hand. And if my note is here, something like this, then this note is played with the left hand. Let's have a look at the score as an example. So we have, let's look at this part, which is the piano accompaniment, because we know it because of the brace, as we learned earlier. So this part is for the piano, and we have the treble and the bass clef. So my right hand continues to play this, all the crotchets, while the left hand goes from here in the bass clef, crosses over the right hand and plays these 2 notes. And they've indicated by writing LH. You could also get an MS sign instead of that, but LH could be a modern way of writing it, which is accepted. And finally we have this, which is written next to a chord, indicating that it is an arpeggiated chord. So suppose I have a chord like this, then I'll have this line, the wavy line, on the left side of the chord. All I have to do is I have to arpeggiate it really quickly. So I play a broken chord very fast. I'll show you how. So I would play something like this instead of this. So we roll it from bottom to top. Moving on to string and brass instruments. So we have two directions which are common to both the families, and that is consordini, which is with mutes. For strings we have mutes, rubber mutes, which lower the volume of the instrument, and these mutes are fixed on the strings of the instruments. And for the brass instrument we have mutes that are fixed to the mouth of the instrument, and this will give us different qualities of timbre and different qualities of sound. Next we have senza sordini, which is without mutes. So if you have put on mutes, then remove them. And finally let's look at the string directions. So we have the down bow. This is for the bow. This is the down bow. So we move this way. And wherever you have this, you play that note with a down bow. Similarly, we have an up bow, which is this. Again, it's written on a note, above the note, to indicate that we play the note with an up bow. I'm not very good at this, but yeah. So this is the down bow and this is the up bow. And the slur for strings has a different meaning. Of course, you have to play the notes smoothly, but it also means that you have to play all the notes within the slur in one bow stroke. So if I'm playing the bow this way, then I play all the notes within that bow stroke. Next we have pizzicato, which means plucked. That is, you pluck the strings with your fingers. And then this instruction is followed by arco, which means you now bow the strings. So you have pizzicato followed by arco. Then we have sol, G, A, E, C, or whatever the names of the strings are. It just means that the notes have to be played on that particular string. There is a possibility to play a single note on different strings, but if the composer wants you to play it on a particular string, then he'll write it this way. And finally, we have sol, ponticello, which means you have to play near the bridge. The bridge is the small wooden piece that keeps the strings away from the body of the instrument. And this means you have to play near the bridge. That's about it for performance directions. You can use all this information for the analysis of music, even if you don't play any particular instrument. I hope you liked the video, and don't forget to put a thumbs up if you did like the video, and do share it and do subscribe if you haven't yet. I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.